Hello and welcome.
Just done a 140.90.
There we go, Mr. Spotter coming in right on cue as always. Thanks for ruining the intro for me, mate. Hello and welcome. I'm DDF Racer and welcome to the live stream. Today we are doing the 2 hours of Imola, round 3 of the VLMC, the Virtual Le Mans Cup season, where I'll be driving the number 67 Aston Martin GT3 car for Zansho Sport.
Okay, Dan, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
So practice is running in the background at the moment, as you can probably hear by the sounds. There's 10 minutes left of the practice, so I'm not going to spend too much on the intro because I need to get in and get driving and get some quali runs in. But basically, if you haven't been following the season so far, first race in Sepang was an absolute downpour. So much rain, and it was a bit of a scruffy race, to be honest. I think we ended up coming in 7th or 6th. I should really know what my results are. Anyway, move on to the second round, about 4 weeks ago in the Nürburgring. Great pace, absolutely fantastic pace. Had a drive-through penalty for an incident in Sepang the previous round, but just kept on going, and with 12 minutes to go in the race, suffered a technical issue with what I have now found out is my graphics drivers, which caused the game to freeze and DNF, basically. End of the race. So, round 3. I need a good result. I'm going to try and get some points on the board today. Anyway, let's.
The leader has just done a 140.81.
Let's switch it over to rFactor 2 spectator mode, and you can see the live leaderboard in the background there on the right-hand side of your screen, showing everyone in the practice session right now. But yeah, we need to get some points on the board, so I need to get a good qualifying result, and I need to just drive the best race possible. 0 incidents, 0 technical problems, and just try and make up for some of the lost time we've had so far. And thank you so much for coming along. There's so many of you viewers already. So many people turned up for the live stream. Norman, great to see you. Lackey, great to see you, mate. That dude, obviously, David Finney, my dad. Everyone say hi to my dad in chat. He's a regular figure around here. Wouldn't be a live stream without him. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the race today, guys. I'm going to try and put on a good one. Anyway, I think I've done enough talking for now. Yeah, Norman, I do like my Aston Martins, especially this one. I'll see if I can bring it up on screen. Where are we? Obviously, trying to adjust the VR headset. That is my drive for today. The Aston GT3. Lovely, lovely paint scheme there, courtesy of Max Eru. Absolutely love it. But yeah, number 67, Zansho. I'm going to be driving this for the championship. Anyway, enough talking. Let's go and get driving, shall we? Let's pop it back. There's absolutely no graceful way to do this. Hey, Adam, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming along, mate. Yeah, there's absolutely no graceful way to do this, to put a VR headset on whilst live streaming without cutting the footage in the middle, so bear with me one sec. There we go. I told you it wasn't graceful. Put my in-ear in. That goes directly to TeamSpeak, where the race director and all my teammates are. So this, I can hear strategy calls and race direction calls, which I'm not actually allowed to broadcast. So I will be telling you what I'm hearing in my ear, but you won't be able to hear it on the broadcast today. So that's what this is for. That's why I've got 2 different sets of headphones in. You can have as many cars as you want, Lackey. So Zansho runs 3 Aston GT3s, and you can have as many drivers as you want per car. Now, because these races are only 2 hours long, you don't have to do a driver swap, but you can if you want. Usually there is 1 pit stop, maybe 2 per race, depending on how you manage the fuel and tyres. But in this race, I'm going to be doing this solo, so I will have to pit, but I won't have to do a driver swap because, well, I don't have any teammates for this race. One of them is yeah, just not available, and the other one has technical difficulties, so I will be doing this race by myself. But yeah, this is the baby league, this is the VLMC, so 2 hours per race. When you go into the VEC, that's the big league, the Virtual Endurance Championship, and that is basically, that's races of 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, so you definitely need to do driver swaps then. But yeah, these races are only 2 hours, so I'm safe, I can manage that. Let's go and get some practice going, guys. Just gonna tuck myself in here, switch over to the rFactor 2 mode. And we're now in the game. Glasses are off. Headset is on. And I'm just gonna wave the magic wand of VR here, because I need to be able to see my overlays during the race. So this looks incredibly graceful. That one is so I can see the chat.
Okay, Dan, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
And there is another screen which you can't see now, so I'm pinning in place, so I can see notifications in case anybody subscribes during the stream. If you're not already subscribed and you want to catch the rest of the championship, then make sure you do press subscribe. Alrighty then, let's pause the music. There we go. And let's head out on track. If I can find my mouse, there we go.
Locking enabled.
Alrighty guys, so my weakness so far in these events has been qualifying. I do have pace, it's just not always present unfortunately in the qualifying session, so I have had to start further down the grid in like 7th, 8th, maybe 9th I think position once as well.
Exit's clear, yellow flag in sector 1, the brake temperatures are low, we need to get some heat into them. I think P4's gone off, take it easy, you've got cold tyres.
Now the thing is, I should be starting around about 5th or so, because that's what I can get in the car. There's some seriously fast guys in this championship. Lorenzo Arisi has actually taken 2 wins from 2 in the first 2 races of the season, and no one really has an answer for him, so coming into this session, my best lap was a
Faster car approaching.
1 minute 40.9 I believe it was. So we're going to let this LMP3 go on the right hand side. 1 minute 40.9.
Right side's clear.
Lorenzo Arisi comes in, joins the session. Boom. Oh, as we ran a bit wide there. Boom. 1 minute 40 flat. It just immediately goes 9/10 of a second faster. So that's the kind of people that we're up against today, unfortunately. Oh, I'm really struggling with the tyres here. Come on, Dan, get into the rhythm. Yeah, Adam, you should definitely do the SRCA. For those who are not aware, the SRCA, Sim Racing Academy.
Sector 1 is yellow.
To participate in these VLMC and VEC races,
Sector 1 is clear.
you have to get a license, and it doesn't just get handed out to anybody, shall we say. You have to earn your license to participate in the VLMC and the VEC. Hey Daniele, thank you mate, all the best to yourself as well. But yeah, you have to get your license to participate in these races.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Okay, so we might get 1 flying lap in before we head into the qualifying, just get back into the groove of things again. Take you around Imola for a lap very quickly.
Incident in sector 2, sector 2 is yellow.
I can't remember the name of the chicanes,
Sector 2 is clear. Yellow
but that was the
flag,
first
sector
one. I believe this is the Villeneuve chicane. You gotta use second gear to try and get the car turned around. Short sprint up the hill to the Tosa hairpin.
Sector 1 is 0.8, off the pace.
And hopefully during the race I won't be missing the apex by that much. But you want to try and hook it down into first gear. Very important to get turning for this corner at the top of the hill here. You don't want to run too wide, it's very easy to get a cut track there. And then this is downshifting, braking, turning all at the same time. Very easy to lose the rear of the car. And you run a bit too wide on the outside there, you will get a penalty as well. That is another area to get a cut track.
Sector 2 is 1.4, off the pace.
And this chicane
Incident in sector 1, sector 1 is yellow.
is all about using as much of the curbs as possible.
The leader's gone off.
So you got to really be aggressive there. Again, but not too aggressive because you will get a cut track.
Green flag sector 1.
Turn it in for first gear. rFactor 1, rFactor 2, I believe. Don't want to take too much curb on the inside there. Those yellow sausage curbs will just really, really unsettle the car. Really don't want to do that. And if you get too many cut tracks, I believe it's 143.6. That was terrible. Jeez. I need to be at least 2 seconds faster than that in qualifying.
Yellow flag, sector 1.
But yeah, if you get, I think it's 5 cut tracks throughout the course of the race, you do get a drive-through penalty. I think in the practice sessions, you can't finish your lap. You're not able to finish the lap once the clock ticks down to 0. That's pretty much it. Whereas in qualifying, you can finish your lap once you cross the line. So I'm fully expecting to get kicked back to the garage at any point now. Nope. Oh, there we go. So, yep, gonna get back to the garage. Yeah, 5 drive-throughs. It used to be, if you get 5 drive-throughs, you would get a stop-go penalty. Drive-through penalty, sorry. And then for every cut track after that, another drive-through penalty. So you get 5, and then if you get a penalty, if you get 6, it's another penalty. If you get 7, it's whereas now, I think it resets after 5. Or it might be 3. I'm not sure. Could someone have a chat with the race directors and find out how many cut tracks we've got? Because we could see a lot of people getting drive-throughs if that's the case. Anyway, qualifying has started. We've got 20 minutes here, so the time is currently midnight local time here in Brisbane, so I'm staying up late for this one. Had my coffee, all good to go. That was a coffee, not a whiskey. Honest. Yeah, Norman, fingers crossed, hoping for a podium. And Ed has just joined me in the TeamSpeak. Let me see if I can enable it. Evening, Ed. How are you, mate? Just a quick heads up, this audio is going out live to the broadcast. How are you, mate?
Good, thanks.
Welcome along.
Thanks for the disclaimer.
That's alright, I don't need to give any confidential team information away. Obviously, we don't want to tell people about
I don't know any this race.
Oh, are you in the dark on this one, yeah?
It's a view from the balcony. I'm not really. I've taken a step back for this race. But if you like, I can drag you into the channel with the other guys.
Yeah.
So you can compare notes before you do quali.
Yeah, sure thing. I will mute the audio again just in case anyone does talk about tyres and strategy. Obviously, the competitors can watch the stream, Ed, and they can find out what we're doing and try and one-up us, which is no good.
Well, I mean, yeah, they can try. I'll drag you up now.
Thanks. Okay, so I can now hear Ed again in my in-ear headphones, but I've muted the audio, so you can't hear it, so it might be a bit strange if I'm talking. Hello, Nick. Hello, James. How are you guys? Am I okay to broadcast audio, or are we going to be talking confidential stuff for now? Okay. Alright, I better get heading out on track, guys. So, let's go for it. By the way, Ed Trevelyan Johnson is the team manager.
Locking enabled.
Now, this is a private qualifying session. Yep, just checking that the TeamSpeak audio is muted. Yeah, Ed is the team manager. He kind of, refers to himself lovingly as the caretaker.
Looks like you're clear on the pit exit. All right, Dan.
But he looks after the drivers and who does what in the scheduling. He's the unsung hero of the VLMC, in my opinion, and the VEC, and the SRC, and just pretty much everything else that involves this championship. Alright, guys, this is it, qualifying. We got 16 minutes. No, nearly 17. It gets more every time I check it. Obviously this car, the Aston Martin GT3, is running traction control and ABS.
The leader has just done a 140.83.
By the way, if you guys want to watch the live timing, you can actually follow the tracker. Same as all the other teams, same as all the other competitors. You can see where everybody is on track, watch the gaps. There is a link to that in the video description, so if you want to see sector times, more so during the course of the race, the gaps and all that kind of thing, then yeah, link in the description. It should be listed under live tracker or something. I can't remember the wording I used, but it's there somewhere. Check that out. And if you enjoyed the music in the intro as well, then there is a link to a SoundCloud playlist with that too. So check that one out. As we come around the final two corners, I'm going to be quiet now. I'm just going to concentrate and try and get a lap in. So I'll see you at the start finish line in about 1 minute and 50 seconds. Maximum concentration. Good chance to put the headphones on and turn the volume up and listen to the beautiful Aston Martin. Alright guys, here we go. Let's get a good time.
17th place.
We're not going to do it by running wide at the first corner immediately. Brakes don't seem as responsive as before. Maybe there's not as much rubber down on the track. Anyway, let's get a banker on the board.
Sector 1 is 1.8 off the pace.
And by that I don't mean a literal banker. I mean a banker lap. So in case anything goes wrong, we still have something to post. Hang on a minute, I've got full fuel, what am I doing? Silly mistake. You hide the screen very quickly while I load the qualifying setup. I'm such an idiot. No wonder it wouldn't break, I've got a full tank. Idiot. Alright, there we go. That's more like it, and I've just wasted 5 minutes of the session talking nonsense and driving around with a full tank.
The guy in front has just done a 143.01.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's try again. Fail. See, this is what this channel is all about. Quality sim racing content.
There's a car approaching. Watch your mirrors. Stay behind the white line.
So ignore all the calls from the spotters saying that there's cars around. This is a private qualifying session, which means everybody runs on an empty track, which reduces the chance of incidents. Everybody sets a clear time, and you can't be accused of using the slipstream, getting an advantage from another car. Hey Norman, yes, there is a broadcast stream with live commentary. It's honestly, the broadcast is absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure if I did put a link in the description, I don't think I did, but if you head on over to the SRC YouTube channel, I'm not sure if anyone is around. Ed, maybe you can post a link in the chat. Excuse me. But yeah, there is an official broadcast sent out by the likes of Jimmy Allison, Sean Jacobs. I believe Lewis McGlade is commentating today. Top bloke, Lewis. Get in there, Lewis. I commentated with him at the weekend, actually. The weekend just gone. The 8 hours of Nürburgring.
Brake temperatures are okay.
Shared a couple of hours in the box with him, had some good chats. And he's commentating on today's race. There we go, top stuff. Thanks, Ed. I'm such an amateur. I should have posted that before.
141.23.
But yeah, that link, if you want to watch the official broadcast, go and click that link. Watch the official race. I don't think it'll be live yet. They only really broadcast the race. They're not really too interested in the qualifying session, so it might not be live yet, but it will go live when the broadcasts go live. But I really recommend, obviously, watch this stream, but watch that stream as well.
22nd place.
I prefer if you watch this stream. So this is the first quali lap.
Sector 1 is 0.37 off the pace. The leader has just done a 140.56.
Like I said, best lap in practice was a 140.9. Whoa. That wasn't a good line through there.
Clear right.
Don't want to run wide there.
Sector 2 is 0.38 off the pace.
Hey Thomas, good to see you, mate. Welcome to the stream. Another familiar face on these VLMC races. Okay. What kind of time we got? I really want to get into the 1 minute 40s. There's a bit more rubber on the track now than in practice, so stand a good chance of that.
Good lap. That's your quickest today.
That wasn't particularly good.
Right side's clear. You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 3. Faster cars approaching.
Okay, well that's a good start. 1 minute 41.2.
10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes.
Ah, scruffy.
Sector 1 is 0.36 off the pace. Clear on the right. The leader's just done a 140.16.
Lucky. If only the start-finish line was a bit closer, that would have been a faster lap. Although I would have had to have started it at the same point, so it would have equaled out over the course of the lap, I guess. False economy.
Left side, you're in the middle, 3 wide. You clear all round.
That is not something you want to be hearing on the radio during the race. In the middle, 3 wide, especially not there. But yeah, empty track here.
Your front brakes are getting pretty hot. Left side tyres are cold.
This isn't looking like a particularly faster lap either.
Alright,
Oh, 3/10 off.
you're there.
Got 8 minutes left in the session. We're down in 14th. This isn't good.
Left side's clear. Alright.
Pop it into neutral, pull it over to the side of the track.
15th place.
Try and get back into the pits and go again. I find that
Building finished.
I always work out better when I've got 2 laps of fuel in the car. The tyres are good here. They can last for a couple of laps at peak grip. You don't save that much time by taking the fuel out. And I prefer to get into the rhythm, so I always do 2 flying laps. Besides, it gives you more chance then. You're not spending more time doing out laps coming out the pits.
Take it easy, you've got cold tyres.
But that is not great. A 141.2. My 1 minute 40.9 was good enough for 1 minute 40.9 was good enough for 5th on the practice session, I believe. Going in way too hot into the first part there.
Car approaching.
If anyone's watching the live timing right now, the live tracker, what kind of gaps have we got? What kind of qualifying times have we got? Bit of 4-wheel drift around there.
Left side's clear. Right side's clear.
Yeah, the pressure's on.
He's still there. Clear on the left. On your left.
The thing is, I know I can go faster. Thanks, Thomas. 40 seconds. Everyone's in the 40s by the looks of things. Alright. Maximum concentration now. maximum concentration. Two laps.
Right side. Clear on the right.
There's a faster class car behind. Sector 1 is 0.31 off the pace.
Oh, lost a bit of time in that corner. Brake too early for the hairpin. Ah, too wide through there. That felt good though.
Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace.
Left side. Still with you. Clear on the left. There's a car on your right. Clear right.
5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left.
Do not want to run wide through that final corner. Gravel just slows you all the way down. I'm only about 100th of a second up on my best time so far.
P15. Your brake temperatures are okay.
Wheeling it into the first corner there. Get a good hairpin, come on Dan.
Left side tyres are cold.
Nah, wasn't great again. Just haven't got the pace. It's so easy to get a cut track there. Come on, Dan.
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace.
Well, at least I'm consistently slow. That was a good run.
That's your quickest so far. Sector 1 is 0.28 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.2 off the pace. Your lap time was at 1:41.24.
Locking enabled.
Alrighty. I just need to go faster. It's plain and simple as that.
There's traffic approaching. Watch your mirrors.
Okay guys, looking at the board, if I was to do a 1 minute 40.9, which is my fastest lap so far, if I could recreate that, what, whereabouts would that be on the leaderboard?
Class car approaching.
Like if I could bump up 3/10, where would that put me?
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Getting the call from Nick Dealey, race engineer, in my ear that it's time to go. Well and truly out the pits. I'm hoping to get 2 laps in. But it might be tight crossing the line. I don't think I'll get 2. I might just get the 1.
side. Right side's clear.
Oh, if I can get into the top 10, that would be good. P15 isn't what I had in mind for this race. Absolutely hopping over the curbs. You don't want to take too much of those on the outside. That just slows you all the way down this straight. I'm only going to get one lap. Alright, maximum concentration, guys.
There's a faster class car
Maximum
approaching.
silence. See you at the finish line.
Sector 1 is 0.36 off the pace. That's the end of the session, P15.
There we go, that's better. Come on, Dan. Look at the delta. Oh, it's not going to be too much faster, but it might get us a few more spots. What have we got? Well, I improved my time by 1/10 of a second. I'm still in P15 by the looks of things. That's not good. That's not good. Alright guys, well, looks like we're starting this race down the back of the grid in 15th position. Terrible lap from myself there, guys. That's right, Lucky. Just send it, mate. Just send it. Well, actually, to be fair, it wasn't a terrible lap. Because that's... It's not a terrible lap, it's just slow.
Log building finished.
Looks like a very close field, though.
Logging enabled.
I think with another 3/10 that would have gotten me P7.
Log building finished.
It's very close. Anyway, let me just hide the setup screen because I don't want to show you the intricate details of what's going on. I'm going to load the race setup. Okay, guys, what tyres do you think we should use for this? I'm just speaking to my engineers now.
I'll just post here to say that the voice check is there now. Make sure you can hear me.
That's Sean Jacobs, race director.
Just making sure loud and clear. Excellent, thank you. If you do have any problems, any of your teammates or anything, let me know and I'll check the Whisper group. Alright, so here we are at Imola. Excellent racetrack. Should be really good racing. There is some certain spots where car pace wise you will be quite similar, so please show patience, P3. As usual, GTs though, don't be completely on railway tracks. If a P3 has the inside run, treat it like any other overtake and leave space on the inside or outside, wherever they are. One of the big ones is pit exit here. Make sure to not cross the white line. I will be reviewing pit entries and pit exit, so be careful with crossing the lines on entry and exit. And then the other one is race start. Wait till your car has touched the start finish line and then release the pit speed limiter. I did look at some last race and there were some that were a bit touch and go there. So yeah, definitely make sure you pay attention to that. So we'll be reviewing race start and we'll penalise people this round if they jump the start. Besides that, any questions, let me know. And yeah, let's have an excellent race again. One final point. The broadcaster is currently having some technical issues with getting the stream to work. So he's still working away on getting it here. We've got Jimmy's jumped in now to hopefully give us a hand to sort it out. If we can't get it going though, there is a chance that this race won't be broadcast, but hopefully we'll get that resolved. Besides that, track's open. Any questions, ask away.
Obviously that is the voice of race director Sean Jacobs. Just talking us through the rules, basically. We're currently in the warm-up session with about 7.5 minutes to go until race start. Yeah, starting in 15th position. There were about 0.3 of a second to 7th position, so this is going to be incredibly close. Yeah. Now, what encourages me, or what gives me hope, is basically the fact that my qualifying has always been weak compared to my race pace. So, yeah. Fingers crossed we can make it back up on the race pace. There's been a few interested strategies. Hey, I need to put my glasses on to read that. How bad's that? Twisted strap. This is rFactor 2. This is rFactor 2. This is the VLMC, the Virtual Le Mans Cup. Great league run by the fantastic Jimmy Allison and all the guys over at SRC. Track's open, so we should probably go and try and get some practice on high fuel and practice potentially. I'm just going to speak to my engineers again very quickly. Nick, what are you thinking about the tyres, mate? Roger. Let me just hide the screen. Yep, the setup screen is still hidden, so you can't see what's going on there. But I can hear them in my ear. You can hear the menu in the background. But you can't see what tyres I'm on, you can't see what fuel I'm on. I'm not allowed to broadcast that information, which is why the overlay in the bottom left of the screen, around about here, normally, on the screen, is you don't see tyre information and fuel information. Because I don't want to give that away. Anyway, let's go and practice. I'm just being told that I can open up the mic for pre-race. Hey guys, you're now live on the broadcast. So we got James Johnson, Olivier Fortin, Ed Trevelyan Johnson, and Nick Dealey on TeamSpeak. Hey guys, how are you?
Hello.
Alright.
Alright.
Hi guys.
Sound enthusiastic yet?
Very enthusiastic, very enthusiastic from everybody.
Air and track temps are decreasing. Air temperature's now 9. The track temperature's now 9
Follow me, boys.
Celsius.
Chase me down.
Just remind me to mute it before the race start again, yep?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I probably will forget. Alright, let's go and do some practice laps.
Is that okay with you, Olivier? You gonna do it, Olivier? You're the guy who has to. We're gonna give you that responsibility. You can.
What responsibility? I need to be aware
No,
of.
you have to do it, man.
Okay,
You gotta
Dan. 5 minutes to go.
Do what?
5 minutes
do
left.
it. I already told you once, man. I'm not telling you again.
To do the race.
These are my Zansho
You should've
teammates on the radio right now. So
The pit stop.
James is driving one of the cars, Olivier is driving one of the cars, and Nick is the engineer.
This time.
He can see
Yeah.
all of our data and set up
no,
rightly.
Exit's clear. Sector 2 is yellow. Blue
It's
flag.
not too bad,
All
it's
tyres
not
all
that
round. It looks like Alves has crashed. Green flag, Sector 2. Your brakes are cold. Be careful.
The front is gone.
No, it will be dead heat. I use
Dead
a
heat.
lot more than heat.
But better than
Calm your left.
number 10.
Still there.
Yeah, number three. Is it live?
Yeah, chat's live on the stream now.
Anyone else have any catchphrases they want Olivier to say?
Yeah, if anyone's got any requests for Olivier in the chat.
Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow.
Oh, these guys are a good laugh. It's a shame that I have to mute it during the race.
Oh,
Big
why did I
shame.
do that? That was a bit
The guy behind has just done a 143.32. The leader has just
Going on here?
42.47. Yellow flag. Watch out.
Okay, so this is just a recce lap. This is the warm-up before the race. Just getting used to the fuel, the tyres. I better hide that screen actually so you can't see the tyres. What's the weather forecast for the race, by the way, guys? Any word on the rain?
Yellow flag. Keep your wits about you,
It's
mate.
going to snow. About halfway through the race.
But just for Olivier.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I have the tires.
Sector 1 is yellow.
Oh, I so wish I could open up the chat during the race.
It's clear.
rain, I just go off the race and Tinder and ice cream.
I have all of that.
17th place.
What, all at once?
Almost.
Okay.
How is the stream,
That's
by the way, guys?
part
Last
of the
chance to make
reason
any
why I was
changes.
Clear.
Does the audio sound good?
Tinder
The video
and ice
look
cream.
good? Any lags, stutters?
Am I not surprised?
Levels sound alright as well? You can hear everything? Let me know in the chat. My last chance to
You cut short your date
make some changes
for the race.
Sector 1 time's okay.
before the race starts, because
Well,
once
I
we go
thought it
live
was
in the
the-
race, I can't change anything, so let me know now, guys. And also, if you haven't already, don't forget to leave the stream a like. Say hi in
It's
chat,
not
I can see that
easy.
in my headset during the race, and if you're not subscribed, then consider subscribing.
Sector 3 is yellow.
It's the right thing to
There's
do.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
All good, systems check. Thanks Thomas, thanks Sean, thanks John. All systems go.
Yellow flag, Sector 1. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. Alright, Dan, there's a faster car approaching.
Something I do want to point out, which Sean Jacobs briefly alluded to in the pre-race broadcast, there are P3s in this race, LMP3s. So we're driving the GT3 cars. It's a multi-class race, so you got LMP3s in here as well, which are over 3 or 4 seconds a lap faster.
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Green flag,
Yeah, I know,
Sector
Lucky.
2.
I do want to put the fuel and the tyres on the screen, but I'm not allowed to.
Tamburello.
There are spies watching this, or so I hear. Everyone, say hi in chat to the spies.
0.38 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace.
Note to self, brake early in the first corner, please, mate. Full fuel. Whoa! Bouncy! Hoppity hop. That's what happens when you go over the curbs.
Green flag, Sector 3. You're a second off the pace in Sector 1.
Everyone drawn
Front
a
brakes are pretty
pentagram,
hot now.
done a little dance, and
Yeah, so just at the race start,
rabbit
GT3s,
to
please be
halfway
advised,
to-
stay to the right hand side to allow
Yellow flag.
one of the P3s to move to the rear of the P3 field. So, yep, at the race start, stick to the right
Sector
side of
2
the track,
is clear.
and David John will go through past on the left. Thank you.
Thanks for interrupting the ritual.
Yellow flag,
Sean.
Sector 3. P7. You're a second off the pace in Sector 2. That's the end of the session. 7th position.
Alright, I'm going to mute TeamSpeak now, guys. Thanks for coming on the broadcast. Good luck in the race, everybody.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, I wish that sound from that car was promoted. Sound. Yeah. Sound is gone. Penalties gone.
And just like that, the penalty's gone. Alright,
It's going to be a good comeback from you.
16 minutes. The air temp is 11 Celsius.
okay.
Alright, Dan, are you ready? Watch
So
for
we are
lights.
muted. Just check we got full fuel. We got full fuel. We're ready on the starting grid.
Locking enabled.
Alright guys. Okay, here we go, starting grid. Okay.
V2 is now on softs.
So we do have a formation lap here.
Go, go, go.
Wait for the cars ahead to pull away from the grid. We've got an LMP3 behind us, so we need to move to the right hand side, as per Sean Jacobs. Waiting for the cars ahead to get going. Make sure there's no one on the right before we move over. Gonna save some fuel on the formation lap.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
The LMP3 is coming up the right hand side of the track instead of the left.
Decent start. We can build something from here.
All the GT3s keep to the right.
Sector 1 is clear.
Okay, here we go. Formation lap. Alright, I can just hear the chat going lit in my ear right now, so sorry if I'm sounding a little bit distracted. But yeah, got to cruise around in 6th gear, save a little bit of fuel before we get started in the race. Starting in 15th on the pit speed limiter, and when we cross the start-finish line we can release that limiter, so it's not a rolling start. It's a rolling start here, guys. But not so much that we just see a green flag and everyone kind of just does that. It's more so the case that we single file. Obviously we don't need to keep to the left, keep to the right of the track now. So what I want to do is I want to try and minimize the distance traveled. So carry the apex because we can easily take that turn at 80. If people stay on the outside, we're still at 80 kilometers, but I am taking less distance so I can close up. It's not cheating. It's because I'm still at 80 kilometers, but it just gives me that little bit extra closing up on the car ahead. Hey Lucky, rFactor 2 is good when it all works. Now the problem is, it doesn't always work. Now when it all works it's great, but it doesn't often work. There are so many bugs, so many technical issues. Admittedly, the bugs that I had in the previous race were my graphics drivers, but still, didn't do it with any of the game. Competition is good. There's a new UI which I am going to review. I'm going to do a video on that. I'm going to check that out, guys. I haven't had a chance to have a look at that, right? It's a mixed bag, really. I mean, no sim is perfect. Let's be honest. No sim is perfect. But me personally, I just feel like I've had a lot of frustrations with rFactor 2. Anyway, when it all works, I love it. And the VLMC here is the absolute highlight of rFactor 2 for me. Great racing. Great. Just, the physics are fantastic. The force feedback's fantastic. The graphics are good, even though I've got them turned down for VR. Anyway, we are now approaching the final 2 corners on the formation lap. I'm going to be quiet as we head across the line. I want to try and get a good jump on the car ahead. Alright guys, wish me luck. I'm going to be quiet for a few laps. Hope you enjoy the race. Don't forget to like, comment, well not comment, obviously chat, I can see you, and subscribe. Okay, here we go. Drop it down into gear, and as we cross the line,
The gap behind is now 1.0 seconds.
and a bit of a false start then. The guy ahead didn't go, and we got done by Nick in the Speedy Mite.
Left side, there's a car. You are clear on the left.
Ah. Johnny Piccolo. A little bit slow off the marks. We've got Ferrin behind us now. Piccolo's off the road already. He's getting a bit dicey with the speedy mite. We've got the run up the hill. Piccolo is looking like a bit of a danger, unfortunately.
Still there. Near right.
Give him the space on the outside. Got him. We're back up to 15th. Got to get Piccolo ahead of us now. There's already a little bit of a gap to 13th though. 6 seconds down the road. Oh, we've lost so much time. That wasn't a good start. We'll get him though. I hope. Yeah, there was a bit of a delay on the car ahead. Coming off the speed limiter, crossing the start-finish line there by the looks of things. It's a bit slow.
The gap to Piccolo ahead is now 0.9. That lap time was 150.80. The gap behind is now 0.30.
Looks like someone ahead's run wide. Mikolai. It's Mikolai. Our friend from the previous race in Nürburgring who we had that awesome battle with. Looks like we're going to be doing battle with them again soon.
15. Take it easy, you've got cold tyres.
Short shift to get the drive up the hill. Whew. Well, that was an interesting first lap. Don't want to run wide and get a cut track. Not this early in the race. We need to make sure we can get past him as soon as top 10 for points. Bounce over the curbs on the exit there. Now on lap 3 of the race. Look like Mikolai is running wide ahead of us. We're about 0.7 of a second behind. Use some of that slipstream down the straight. Hopefully we can make up some of these gaps. This is where I imagine running this race.
The gap behind is now 0.31.
Be a bit liberal with the curbs there. Bouncing the car but not unsettling it too much. Okay. Get the drive up the hill. We're definitely faster than him. Yeah, my teammate Fortan does have a penalty. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, guys. It's great to have so many people here. Thanks for tuning in. Seriously, this is awesome. Hoping I can do you guys proud.
Is now on.
Oh, Jimmy! Good to see you, Jimmy. Jimmy Allison, say hi, everybody. Puts a lot of hard work into making sure that these races happen. You only really see his name if you're in trouble. Oh, dropped back a little bit on that lap. What kind of lap time have we got? It's at 1:42.
The gap to Piccolo ahead is now
1:43.3.
That lap time was 1:43.30. The gap behind is now 0.31.
That car behind us, he's not going anywhere. Jimmy's the spy. Too wide.
Your left side tyres are cold.
Try and get the slow in, fast out line up the hill. Very close field. This is one of the things I like about the VLMC. That the level of competition is insane. Like, the skill is just off the charts. Everybody is a really good driver. Well, vast majority. Using all the curves and then some there. We are a little bit faster this lap.
Incident in sector.
You see, we're only 15 seconds behind a Reese. Oh, we got a spinner ahead of us.
Like P4's gone off. Sector 3 is clear.
Who's that? Matthew DeCrop. It's not entirely out of character for Matthew. He's a very fast driver, but I think he's DNF'd out of both races so far. Within the first 3 or 4 laps as well, I think.
Okay, Dan, come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits. The gap to Piccolo ahead is now 1.2. You've just done a 1:42.91.
Side's clear. Right side.
Yellow flag, sector 1. We think Piccolo has gone off.
Massive damage, massive damage.
Side.
Sector 1 is clear.
Car right. Clear right.
You've had quite a lot of aero damage. You might need to come in and get it fixed.
Nah. Matthew DeCrop again. Sorry, I'm just talking to my engineers on the race. Took out the car ahead of me, took out Piccolo going into the first chicane, and then both spun across track in front of me. I had nowhere to go. Steering's gone, steering's gone. God damn it.
Car on your right.
Acknowledged. Pit stop requested.
You are clear on the right.
Don't let him get away.
What tyres?
Next car is Walker.
Oh, that isn't how I wanted the race to start. Car is an absolute handful. Hopefully the repairs aren't too excessive. But as long as I keep going, there's always a chance of a good result.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Box in 340 metres.
I didn't want to come into the pits on lap 6. God.
Piccolo behind is pitting. Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright.
Box now.
102 seconds in damage. Ah. Oh. I'm gonna kill the engine. I don't want to overheat. One of my SRC races in Interlagos when I was driving the P3. I actually overheated the engine. I didn't realize that was a thing. So, engine off. Wait for the damage. In hindsight, I should have really slowed down a bit there. I thought I had the gap. But he did fishtail it and then spin it back around in the middle. He was on the grip limit. I should have been more conscious of that. Everybody's at fault in that, really, I believe. I mean, obviously going through the first chicane as well. I was kind of on the adhesion limit as well.
Now on softs.
So if I'd have slammed on or if I'd have slowed down, it would have really not gone too well. And to be fair, I did get hit by Nick in the speedy mic behind, so I think whatever happened, it was inevitable there was going to be chaos there, unfortunately. Oh well, guys, this now means we have a fight back. Position 23. Position 23. We've got quite a bit of a gap to the cars ahead. Let's get the car started.
We're done. Go, go.
And here we go, back out into the race with fixed steering. They must have just changed the brakes very nicely in the pits there, or changed the suspension arm, just swapped that out.
Watch your mirrors, there's a car approaching.
Got LMP3s behind.
Blue flag.
Car on your left. Left side's clear.
Your brakes are cold, we need to get some heat into them.
Clear left.
There's a group of faster cars behind. Your tyres are cold, watch out.
Let them all go.
Car on your right side. Right side's clear.
This is just a practice session now. It's got to hang in there.
Blue flag.
People ahead will make mistakes. And we will get positions. But now it's just a case of driving. Keeping it on the island.
Car on your left side.
Blue flag.
You're clear on the left.
Faster car behind.
Left side's clear.
Maybe people start getting penalties.
Car left. Clear left.
We can be back in with the shout here. Gonna let all those LMP3s get past. There's no point fighting them. We're miles down the road already. Oh, I just want a clean race. All I'm asking for is a clean race. Got 1 hour, 47 minutes to go. Can get back into the top 20? That would be good. So we were stationary in the pits for 2 minutes, basically. 2 minutes that we didn't need, as well as the speed we had on the in-lap. That was way slower than what we normally would have done, so we lost more than 2 minutes in the grand scheme of things.
Okay, Dan, there's a faster class car.
Got more LMP3s coming up in the rear. It's got to be fast.
Yellow flag, sector 2. We think that Orbadnik has gone off in Aqua Minerale.
Just got to be fast, guys. Oh well.
Sector 2 is clear. Blue flag.
Never give up. Remind me in an hour and 45 of how it's feeling right now. Cut track, cut track.
Just cut the track. There's a group of faster cars bearing down on you.
Don't want to get too many of those. He can wait until after the chicane to get me. And he can get me on the inside. Making my line very clear.
On your left. You are clear on the left.
Blue flag.
Car on your left side. Clear on the left. Car left.
Give them the space. They're having their own little battle. I don't want to get caught up in that.
There's a faster class car behind.
And hopefully the LMP3s can get us on the straight now. But coming in for pit stop at the start of the race means my fuel's not as critical as it once was.
In front is now 59 seconds.
We've got 59 seconds
Flag.
to the car ahead. That car ahead being Johnny Piccolo.
There's a group of faster cars behind.
I got my engineer Nick
Yellow flag in sector 2.
on the radio, asking me if I stick fuel in the car.
We can see Nichols.
Hey Nick, yep, I did. Fuel and tyres, mate.
Car on your left. He's still with you. Left side's clear.
Green flag, sector 2.
On your left. Clear on the left.
More LMP3s everywhere.
The guy in front is Piccolo.
There we go. I think we got the majority of them out of the way. But I think the rest of this race is going to be looking in the mirrors mostly. It's a very narrow, very small track here at Imola. Not one that is normally associated with multi-class endurance racing, if I'm being honest with you. So it can get quite congested, as we're seeing so far. Yeah, Lucky, there is a Nichols in this race as well as yourself. Well, not obviously not your racing, but yeah.
Captain
Nichols.
Piccolo ahead is now
Had to do a double take then, mate.
That's last.
It's official, we're in last position. Now I know how the Williams drivers feel. That was a bit sketchy.
Okay, Dan, there's a faster car approaching.
Looks like that GT3 ahead of us. Jonathan Atterclinth, I believe his name is. He's in 18th, but he is a lap ahead of us. He's very slow. Very slow. Very slow, come on!
Blue flag.
Car on your right. Right side's clear.
LMP3 going for the inside there.
Blue flag.
Nothing on the strategy, unfortunately, Adam. I can push, I guess. I don't have to save fuel and tyres.
You're clear on the left. Car right. You're clear on the right. There's a guy on your right.
It's getting held up so much.
Clear on the right.
Seriously, the traffic is just killing us. It's going from bad to worse. I just want to get some clean laps in. Okay, we got a gap behind us now. Here we go.
It is now 1:06. 21st. The gap behind is now 3.9.
We dropped 7 seconds to the car ahead over the past few laps. That is shocking. Where's the restart button? Oh, thank goodness for that. See ya. Honestly, I can I can go reasonably fast around here. Contrary to what you've seen in this stream so far. Now, I suspect we may have a little bit of a problem here. Hopefully the LMP3s can pull away, but if it's a slower LMP3s versus a faster GT3, there's not too much in it. Yeah, he lost the connection, unfortunately. It means we didn't have to overtake him, which is good because he was a bit of a moving roadblock. I wonder. With me having a later pit stop, well, an earlier pit stop, I'm definitely going to have to stop twice in this race. I'm just going to ask the team something. Can I use more revs?
Piccolo in front is now 5.6 seconds. P20. The gap behind is
Just
now
thinking because the
3.7 seconds.
extra early pit stop, that's all. It shouldn't be as tight now, right? Okay. Permission to unleash full beans. full beans. Not cool beans, full beans. Although if I can set some good times, that would be quite cool as well. Personal best in this race is a 142.9. I'm currently a 10th up on that. Had to back out of it then. It's very easy to get a cut track on the right hand side of that. Left hand side of the track, sorry, should I say. Car doesn't feel great, if I'm being honest. Oh, thank you so much for sticking with the race anyway, guys. It's going to be a bit of a lonely one, this, unfortunately. I hope you got something else to do. I mean, obviously, please still keep watching the stream. It's great to have you here. But for your sake, I hope you've got another screen with some other form of entertainment going right now. So I'm just going to be logging laps. But let's have a chat. Let's have a chat, guys.
Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow.
How are you? How are you all doing?
It is now 1:07. You've just done a 1:43.32. The gap behind is now 10 seconds.
Oh, we're not last. We're not last.
Green flag Sector 1. Alves is now retired.
Hopefully Alves is in our class. Hey Adria Fitzy, good to have you here, mate. Yeah, got caught up in an incident at the start of the race, I'm afraid. In hindsight, I could have been a bit more cautious to avoid the wreck. Oh, another cut track.
We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Dan.
Could have been a bit more cautious. But yeah, that is that. Hey Ultiman, good to see you, mate. The race is pretty terrible, if I'm being honest with you. Qualified in 15th. Got bogged down at the start by the car ahead, not releasing the pit limiter in a timely manner. Had to back out of it. Lost a couple of positions. And then 4th place in class, span out. 4th place, span out. Came back on track. Fought with the car ahead of me, and they went side by side through the first chicane. Obviously that didn't work. They took each other out and I got caught up in the mess. Even if I'd have slowed down and tried to avoid it, I had a GT3. Speedy might have nicked Silver right up behind me, being an absolute crack hunter, which is fair because he was actually faster than me. So even if I tried to avoid and slam on and slow down, he would have hit me in the rear anyway. He did hit me in the rear too, but he would have hit me in the rear more. And he hit me in the rear again! But you know what it's like, the adrenaline's going. You want to try and get the position. You can see 2 cars going off the track ahead of you. Think, sweet, freebies!
Green flag, sector 2.
Adrenaline kicks in and it's like, yeah. All logic goes out the window. I need to calm down. 2 things I need to do that could have avoided this whole situation. Qualified better. Just not gone for the gap. That would have been mine anyway because they were both off track. That's the frustrating thing. If I'd have just slowed down, not got hit by the car behind, maybe would have had a chance. The car still doesn't feel 100% right, if I'm being honest with you guys. It's very loose on the rear under braking. I think that could be from the contact from behind. I was thinking that for the suspension damage and the contacts that I had, there's only 102 seconds in the pits. That was a little bit lenient. Well, not lenient. Bit quick.
The gap to Piccolo in front is now 1:40. Your last lap time was at 1:43.46.
Bit of a gap to the car ahead, eh?
Now 10 seconds.
I mean, Imola's not a bad track. It did take a little bit of getting used to doing practice, as you can see from the fast lap tracker prior to the race. I did do about 300 laps. So there's no excuse for not being good. And it's got a great flow. Once you get into the flow, it's fantastic. It really is. But for multi-class racing, I don't know. It's a bit congested, shall we say. Yeah, Johnny Piccolo. I've never spoken to the guy. I don't really know anything about him, so I don't want to call him out, but I don't know. Slow off the line. A few mistakes on the first few laps, and then I don't remember the incident between the two cars ahead. I don't know who was at fault. I do know that Mathieu de Crop, who was involved, has DNF'd in the early stages of both races so far this season, so I was expecting some trouble from him. But yeah, just
143.35. Sector 1 is
just one of those things, guys.
off the pace.
If you're happy to stick around and watch, I'm
The gap behind
incredibly happy to have you here.
seconds.
Seriously, the support I get on this channel is ridiculous. It's great to see you all in chat, and it's great to see your names on the videos I upload. All in the comments, guys. Great to have your support. This is such a good hobby to have. You know, I might be frustrated at the race, but let's not forget this is a hobby. This is fun. And nothing makes me happier than driving pretend cars around pretend circuits with a ridiculously stickered Oculus Rift VR headset. I mean, come on, I mean, apart from the fact it is like 1:45 in the morning here in Brisbane, there is something else I could be doing right now. It's called sleeping. So, I guess the frustration comes from, you know, waiting for this all day, looking forward to this all day, you know. I've had my coffee, I'm wired, I've done my practice, I've set my stream up, all good to go. And then you get taken out in the first lap, or first few laps. It's a bit anticlimactic, unfortunately. But hey, it happens in the real world, happens to real racing drivers. And they put a lot more prep in than me. A lot more prep. And they actually have to physically train and go to the gym for it. I don't have to do that. Thankfully, I should. You know, you should look after your body. You should stay in shape. Ultimate, I am old. I'm 31, mate.
106. You've just done a 144.31. Sector 3 is 1.4 off the pace. The gap behind is now 10 seconds.
Yeah, I've lost my train of thought. Where was I? What was I saying? Yeah, just it's a bit anticlimactic. But what makes all worthwhile is seeing you guys turn up and just being here and just saying hi.
20th place.
And just saying hi in the chat as well.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
You know, I'm not doing this alone.
We think Bullat has binned it.
I feel like you're all in the car here with me. Well, literally you are, because in VR, I've got the chat well and truly embedded in the roof of the interior here, so I have to look up like that and I can see what you're saying, as well as some statistics about my driving, my tyres, my fuel. It's obviously, sadly, I can't display on the stream because that's confidential team information. Okay. The guy behind is closing, ever so slightly, but that's because we're doing 1 minute 44s. I know I say I'm old, I'm not really old in the grand scheme of things. I would be interested to know what the average age of the VLMC racer is. You know, the kind of people I'm up against. I know there's a massive age range. JJ, James Johnson in the Zansho team, who's also driving, he's a young'un. Lockie.
Gap to Piccolo. Ahead is now 1.
Lockie, that's very true, mate.
That was a 143.46.
Obviously, Lachlan Nichols in chat. If you guys aren't familiar with him, Lockie is
The gap behind is
one of my
now
new racing
11
partners. He's over from
seconds.
AUNZ Sim Racing. I joined them start of this week for a race in Race Room Racing Experience, which is another sim that I play. This is rFactor 2. I do like me some Race Room though. And Lockie was kind enough, well not Lockie personally, Heath, also in Oz NZ Racing. They were kind enough to invite me over for a race on Tuesday, because they're all based in Australia. It's a lot nicer than racing at 3 in the morning. The race was at 6 PM local time for me in Brisbane, which was absolutely lovely, and it was a hell of a race, and Lockie was in that race. Logged a lot of laps with him in practice. As part of the Tuesday Thunder event, we get terribly out of shape there. Tuesday Thunder, if you haven't watched that video, that's absolutely, that's some of the most fun I've had sim racing for a long time. Getting a bit scruffy now, Dan, come on. Check out that video, guys, that's on my channel at the Oz NZ Race Room event. But part of the rules for Tuesday Thunder is basically the new guy, the newbie, if they stick around, they get to choose the combination for the next event. And me being me, and being an absolute sucker for punishment and wanting to inflict as much carnage in the race and the fellow Oz NZ races as possible, I decided to choose
Piccolo ahead is now 1.
the IndyCar at Sachsenring,
44.04. Sector 3 is a second off the pace.
which is going to be absolute carnage.
The gap behind is now 11 seconds.
That race will be taking place on the 7th of January. Tuesday the 7th of January. If you guys are interested, make sure you stick around, I'll be live streaming that. That's going to be an absolutely nuts race, and Lachlan will be in it. I'm not sure if there's any other members of Oz NZ lurking in the chat right now. If you are, say hi. You're absolute legends, all of you.
Sector 3 is clear.
I know this is an rFactor 2 stream, but Race Room is actually having a free weekend at the moment. So if you are on the fence about trying it, having a go, then head on over there. You can try any car, any track, for free.
Yellow flag, watch out. Green flag, sector 3.
I just realised. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me again. Bit burpy. I've just realised something, guys. We're up to P20. So while I've been chatting absolute nonsense, logging laps, not terribly good laps, if I'm being honest with you, we're now in the top 20, which may not sound like a lot, but I do think we now get a single point at least.
Gap to Piccolo in front is now 1:04. That lap was at 1:44.00.
And we are holding station with Piccolo in the car ahead, if not caught up by a few seconds.
Behind is now 11 seconds.
Pulling out a gap on the car behind as well. Olivier Fortin, my teammate, is closing up rather quickly behind as well by the looks of things. I want to say closing up, he's in 18th, he's behind us on track, but he's a lap ahead.
Yellow flag, caution.
And we got a few GT3s up ahead of us, so what looks like is happening, we're a lap out of sync, we're a lap behind everybody else. We are closing up on a battle on track ahead of us, but we're a lap down on all of them. So it's going to be pretty academic. Just need to put some solid laps in. That's all we can be expected to do in this race. Ah, not like that. Missed the chicane completely. And I just got to be very grateful for the fact I'm not being surrounded by LMP3s. Like Adam says in the chat, this is cleaner.
Incident in sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow.
I've pretty much got this whole side of the racetrack to myself. Come on, Dan, don't run wide. This is my chance to make up some time, get some hot laps in. By hot, I don't mean 1 minute 44s. This is what I'm currently doing. I need to be in the low 1 minute 43s.
The gap to Piccolo ahead is now 1:04. That lap was a 1:43.87. Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace. The gap behind is now 12 seconds.
Yeah, thanks very much for pointing that one out, mate. The leader of the LMP3s, Lazarus Philipparkos, I believe the pronunciation is. I just had a brief glance at his name on the screen. Let's have a look. Lazarus Philipparkos, yeah, I got that right, is about 12 seconds behind me now. He's the lead of the LMP3s, which are the faster class in this race. I don't want to run wide there. I don't want to rack up too many track limits warnings, because then I will be getting a penalty.
Sector 3 is clear. Bullat has retired.
Oh, more retirements. We can just keep it on the island, not spin, not crash, not have any technical problems. We'll just keep on racking up the points. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe points do go down to 20th position in the VLMC, just to encourage everybody to keep on going. That was a better lap. That was a much better lap. Ah, Lucas. A fan of Elite Dangerous, I see. That is an absolutely stonking game. I love that game. I haven't played it for so long.
Gap to Piccolo ahead.
But that is one of my favourites.
Seconds. P19. Sector 2 is clear.
Space trucking simulator, basically. But there is nothing better than putting the VR headset on,
It's now 14 seconds.
getting in my Diamondback Explorer, and cruising the universe, basically. I find playing Elite Dangerous is chill out time. You know, when you really want to switch off and relax, just set a waypoint 50,000, well no, 50,000, it's not even that big, 20,000 light years away, and just cruise. Put a Spotify playlist on, just find some new music. It's a great chill out. Absolute eye candy as well. And it holds a lot of nostalgic value to me as well. Elite Dangerous, and obviously the sim racing that I do now, is very heavily influenced by my childhood, when I used to play computer games with my dad, who is here in the chat. Everybody say hi to Dad. We used to play Frontier Elite 2 and Microprose Grand Prix, the original, based on the 1991 season, with famous classic names such as Carlos Sanchez, Helmut Becker, Henry Latour. You'll know the names. You'll be very familiar with those names if you played that game as well.
In front is now 50 seconds. That lap was a 1:44.11.
But yeah, we played a lot of those games when I was a kid, and that really got me into gaming and racing.
Now 14 seconds.
And since then, I've kind of been
Sector 2 is yellow.
chasing the next best thing ever since.
Sector 2 is clear. Green flag Sector 1.
We're now up to P19. We're making up time in the race. Just need to keep on putting solid laps. Wait for everyone around us to make mistakes. Oh, bit too much curve on the inside then. That chucks us wide towards the exit. Ultiman GP2, that's a good game. It's a very good game. I remember spending so much time making liveries for that game. Making my own custom championships. GP3 obviously was much better. I never got into Grand Prix 4 though. I never played Grand Prix 4. I kind of went straight over to rFactor at that point. Which is what got me interested in rFactor 2 in the first place, is because of my love for the original rFactor. I'd say didn't really take sim racing seriously until I got rFactor. I didn't get a wheel until I got rFactor. That's when I really started sim racing. It was a trusty Logitech G25.
The gap to Piccolo ahead is now 49 seconds. That lap time was 1:43.92.
I then upgraded to a G27 after a few years of faithful service. And when that broke, I upgraded to the wheel I'm currently using now, a G29.
Okay, now you've got half your fuel left. As fast the car's approaching, the group includes the class leader. Blue flag.
Got the leader of the LMP3s coming up behind me.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
On your left.
Green flag sector 3.
That is the battle for the lead LMP3s.
Yellow flag sector
I
2.
am not getting involved in that. I do not want to get involved in that.
Growl has gone off in Aqua Minerale.
I believe that's... Is that 2 Speedy Mites? I know Luca Burke's definitely Speedy Mite. I can't remember if Philip Arcos is as well. I mean, there's enough of them in this race. You know, 50% of the LMP3 participants are driving Speedy Mite cars. Oh, hang on, I recognise this colour scheme.
There's a faster car approaching.
This is the guy who was holding me up before in the race. I thought he disconnected. Jonathan Asserclinth. Probably butchered that pronunciation. He's a very slow guy. Hopefully, we can get him on the straight now. Use the slipstream to get past him. He is a lap down on us. He is running in 22nd.
Blue flag.
Speedy Mite on for podium lockout. So the Speedy Mite behind us.
3 wide, we're on the right, clear left.
The gap to Piccolo ahead is now 50 seconds.
On your right, right side's clear.
The gap behind is now 0.
I thought about doing
That lap time was...
a move very reminiscent of the one Hackett made on the Michael.
That Piccolo has binned it in Aqua Minerale.
There's a car on your left side's clear.
Green flag sector
But that
2.
gap on the right hand side of the track was going to disappear very quickly.
Blue flag.
I'm going to keep to the right hand side.
Car left. You are clear on the left.
I believe I heard on the spotter that Piccolo has made a mistake ahead of us, so that's going to bring him even further back. Are we going to actually make an on-track overtake?
P19. Piccolo ahead is pitting.
Okay, so Piccolo's coming into the pits. That's a little bit early. There's still 1 hour and 15 left to go in this race. If he's pitting now, he's definitely going to have to make another stop at the end of the race. Whereas we're safe. Even if we really push the car, we're safe on fuel and tyres until the end. Because of that incident at the start, shall we say? Adam, I'm not sure if I can hold people up, mate. The race directors are very strict here.
Gap to 410
I don't
in
think
front
they
is
would.
now 129. P18.
I don't think they would look favourably upon that, unfortunately. And I want to try and stay out of as much trouble as possible. Obviously, streaming the VLMC, I am kind of representing the championship in a way, so I don't want to encourage any of that kind of questionable driving. Not intentionally, anyway. I mean, my driving's always questionable. It's me, come on, let's be honest. But, I think I'm a little bit too far back to, subtly or accidentally hold them up, shall we say. I mean, come on, guys. You can't say it in the chat, and then I go and do it. That's not going to work. They'll be onto us. Server is located in Copenhagen, I believe. Denmark. A bit too late there.
gap to Piccolo behind is now 1:10.
So it's currently nearly, what, 5 minutes to 2 in the morning, which means it is 5 minutes to 5 server time.
Sector 3 is yellow.
I'm really not concentrating now. Yeah, the latency is pretty good. I've got a decent connection to the server here. Of course, one of the rules of the championship is everyone has to connect via Ethernet, no Wi-Fi allowed.
The gap ahead is now 1:02.
Just to help with pings and that kind of thing.
44.23.
Yeah, considering I'm in Brisbane, Australia, and the servers are in Copenhagen, Denmark, it's not bad. Just need to get some solid laps, and the pace is dropping off a little bit here. But I still think I'm dealing with damage from that contact with Nick De Silva earlier in the race when he ran into the rear of me. The wonky steering has been fixed.
Okay, Dan, there's a faster class car approaching.
So the steering isn't like left hand down, or was it right hand down? I can't remember. It's a 50-50.
The car ahead's pitting.
Yeah, I think I'm still definitely dealing with damage.
Blue flag.
This LMP3 can get me going into the chicane. Stick to the left.
Right side. Near right.
There he goes. Don't miss my brakes that time. Wiggle the rear. Give it some jandle.
The
Away we go.
Piccolo behind is now 1:14.
Oh, I got on the gravel going into the corner there. I've never done that before. That's a new one. Fitzy, you're right there, mate. Australia doesn't even exist anyway, let's be honest. Just a bunch of people who've taken pictures and posted them upside down.
The gap to Portan ahead is now 1:30. P17.
Now up to P17. As Lackey pointed out in the chat, rather expertly. Another overtake in the pit lane. It's so hard to get the braking right for that hairpin because it's quite steep uphill. I don't know if it comes across in the footage, but it definitely does in VR. You can really use gravity to help slow the car down there. So you can brake a lot later than you think, and if you're not really on it, it just catches you out. Just need to get some good laps in, guys. Mid 43s is good as the fuel comes down. These tyres don't really wear too much. You get a lot of the pace out of them in the first few laps here in rFactor 2. And then after that,
Yellow flag in sector 1.
they kind of just plateau for the rest of the stint.
14.
So it can be quite consistent. And you'll get the speed when the fuel comes down.
Sector 1 is clear.
So theoretically, each lap should be a little bit faster than the last until the end of the stint. I mean, that lap was a lot faster than the last. Excuse me. A very good point, Das Breitschfurt. Sorry if I murdered your name. Sorry, mate.
Your lap times are improving. This is exactly what we need.
The view
There's some faster cars
that
approaching.
gets mirrored back to the desktop in VR in rFactor 2 is quite wide, so you get a nice field of view. You get a lot of the screen, whereas Race Room
Green flag sector 3.
is a lot narrower. It's a lot more zoomed in, which makes it look like the footage is a lot more pixelated, and you don't see as much of the screen over in Race Room when I record videos there, so it makes the dashboard gets stuck in the way. Whereas this,
Blue flag.
I don't know what's different. Way too wide.
Left side there's a car. Clear on the left.
Those LMP3s go past. Don't want to lose too much time.
flag. The gap to Piccolo behind is now 1:14. Faster cars approaching.
There's some more P3s behind us. Thankfully they're waiting until after the two rFactor corners. I'm going to stick to the right hand side. Make my line very well known.
Clear left.
Go to the left, guys.
Guy on your left. Left
So we
side's
can
clear.
pull back in and get some of the slipstream.
Gap to Portan ahead is now 1:30. You've just done a 1:44.61. Sector 2 is 1.5 seconds off the pace.
LMP3s aren't as good on the brakes as the GT3 cars, especially considering that we've got ABS.
Dick Crop has just retired from the race.
Well, that's one of the people out.
Flag in Sector 1.
That wasn't Dick Rupp spinning ahead of me, that was an LMP3.
Green flag Sector
Good.
1.
Matthew de Kropp is the guy who caused, in my opinion, that early race incident. So, in the words of Fernando Alonso, karma! Obviously he is out of the race now, which makes it 3 DNFs out of 3 for his season, I believe. At least he's consistent. I'm not bitter at all. But I think it's safe to say if it wasn't for his move on Johnny Piccolo on the inside of the first chicane, we would not currently be trundling around in 17th position. Over a lap off the leader.
Piccolo behind is now 1:50.
Yeah, I may not have had the fastest car today. But I'd like to think it could have been a lot higher up than this.
The gap to Portan ahead is now 1:32. Come on, let's put this hard work to good use. B16.
Looks like there's a rather nice discussion about geography going off in the chat right now, guys. It wasn't... It was only a matter of time before a flat earther came out. I think it's at this point I now disown my father. You don't really believe the world's flat, do you, Dad? I mean, it can't be flat. Look at this. There's hills here in Imola. That's all the proof you need. Round Earth theory confirmed. Oh no. Whoa. Bit of a screen freeze there. Luckily, no contact with the fence. That could have ended in disaster, actually.
Piccolo behind is now 1:50.
Seems like rFactor 2 hasn't entirely fixed all of its problems, whether it's rFactor 2 or my graphics drivers or whatever's going on, but that could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. Luckily, we're only about a second and a half off the pace, with no further damage. We've got 10th position in the LMP3s. Arjen Velton's coming behind us.
1:33. The lap time was at 1:44.30. Sector 2 is a second off the pace.
The rear's starting to get a bit loose now.
Left side. You're clear on the left.
Arjen ahead of us in the LMP3, getting a bit wiggly on the rear then. Made sure to back out of it then. That could have been another cut track. One cut track closer to a drive-through penalty, which Wouldn't be out of character for this race, let's be honest, guys.
There's a faster car approaching. The gap to Piccolo behind is now 1:14.
We're up to P16 now. Need to brake early for the first rFactor corner. I'm consistently missing the apex there. Need to adjust that back. P16, guys. Although we do have to make another pit stop. We're not going to make it to the end on the fuel or the tyres.
In front is now 1:33. Your last lap time was at 1:44.00. Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace.
Ooh. Suspension didn't like that.
Blue flag.
LMP3 behind.
Left side. You are clear on the left.
Given the position. He looked like he wanted to get past in a hurry, so we'll do that. Oh, this chat of pizza in the chat. I'm pretty hungry now, actually.
Alright, Dan, we're halfway home.
Hey, Das Bracefoot. I've actually turned fuel off and tyre use.
1:14.
Normally, in the bottom left of the screen, there is an overlay that shows in my fuel and tyres, but I have that disabled for these VLMC races.
You should come out just in front of you.
And the reason for that is basically that I can't give away my fuel information.
Still with you, clear right.
I can't give my competitors.
Head is now 1:34. Lap times are pretty consistent. 16th place, Rambia is now on softs.
So it looks like everyone's starting to make pit stops as we reach the 1 hour and 1 minute to go mark in the race.
Blue flag. Sector 2 is yellow.
I think some of my teammates are considering a pit stop. I can hear them in my in-ear headphone. Oh, thanks for the heads up, Thomas. So looks like there's a few problems with the chat on screen, unfortunately. I can't do anything about that while I'm driving the car. But I'll have a look in the pit stop, maybe see what that's all about. Got about a minute stationary. Yeah, maybe Das is the spy. Well remembered, Lockie. I'd forgotten about that. See, that's what they do. They lull you into a false sense of security. Before you know it, you're giving away confidential information about your fuel and tyres.
The gap to Piccolo behind is now 1:17. Grau is now on softs. Sector 2 is clear.
Wouldn't mind a mince pie now, actually. Maybe a pizza and a mince pie. That'd be nice.
Korbadnik ahead is now
And a whiskey.
2 seconds. That lap was at 1:44.09. The leader is pitting now.
I'm going to need a whiskey after this race, that's for sure. Drown my sorrows.
Johnson is now in the lead. The car behind's a faster class.
Lucky Domino's pizza with garlic bread. Double decadence is the way to go, with the cream cheese double layer base. Have it cold in the morning afterwards, even better. I'm so hungry now. I hope there's something in the fridge.
Blue flag. Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Yeah, I think my overlay is having a few problems, unfortunately.
Sector 3. The gap to Piccolo behind is now 1:18. Sector 3 is clear. Timpen is pitting from position 11. Looks like he'll come out just in front of you.
Yeah, not showing on stream, unfortunately, the chat. It could be related to the minor screen freeze I had earlier.
Left side's clear.
Maybe that glitched it out. But you can still see it.
Badnik ahead is now 7.7 seconds.
Excuse
You've
me.
just done a 1:43.47. Sector 2 is 0.9.
You can still see the chat on YouTube,
Yellow
right?
flag is Sector 2.
It still works, you can still actually type, it just doesn't refresh on the screen.
It's gone off in Aqua Minerale. Mazzetti is now leading.
I'm getting a call in my ear that it could be time to pit. Is it worth going a bit further in the race maybe and short fueling the car? Just asking my team about the strategy.
Mazzetti is pitting.
LMP3 ahead of us is pretty slow.
Okay,
I think he might have a bit of damage.
Approaching. Yellow flag in Sector 3.
LMP3 ahead of me is just all over the place.
Gap to Piccolo behind is now 1:19.
Oh, James is behind me, I've just realised.
Blue flag. Strana is leading the race.
Are you going to lap me, James? Again.
Clear right.
James is coming through to lap me for the second time.
The gap to Badnik in front is now 6.9. Look out for the pit speed limit. Okay, pit stop requested. 15th place.
Could I let James pass soon? And the LMP3 as well?
The pit crew's ready.
On your left. Clear left.
Okay, so I'm going to come in the pits this lap. Get enough fuel to make it to the end of the race.
Right side.
How much fuel should I put in?
Expect
Just
traffic
asking Nick on the radio.
On exit, we should be in position 16. A few seconds behind 6th place.
I'm getting information about the fuel. Making sure I put the right amount of fuel in, come round. Pit this lap, guys. Pit this lap. Thank you so much for sticking with the race. It's great to have you. Very cautious on the entry.
340 metres.
Fresh set of tyres, full tank of fuel. Away we go.
Box in 5.
Hopefully we can get some
4,
42s, 1 minute 42s
2,
in.
1. Box now.
There we go. Let's have a quick look at chat, see if I can fix that. See if that refreshes the chat, maybe? Perhaps? if you are enjoying the race so far, guys, yeah, don't forget to leave me a like. And if you want to see the rest of the VLMC Championship, where hopefully I actually finish a race in a decent finishing position, then press subscribe, because I'll be streaming the rest of the races live, apart from the next one in Sao Paulo. I am actually going to be away for that, so one of my teammates will be taking over the car for the race. Keep an eye for cars coming down.
All done, go.
There we go. I think my VR position's slightly off. There we go, that's better.
There's traffic behind, faster car behind, blue flag, the gap to Piccolo behind is now 0.10.
Is that for position?
Sector 3 is clear, your rear brakes are cold, be careful.
That's for position, guys. That's 16th. Johnny Piccolo, my nemesis from earlier in the race. We've managed to claw back even, 1 minute. Oh wow. He was a minute ahead of us when we had our incident after the pit stop. Oh, this looks messy. Hopefully this Jonathan Ackerclinth gives us his position.
There's a guy on your left. He's still there.
He's a lap down. Oh, Piccolo's all over the place. Gonna treat him with, I believe the phrase is kick gloves. Because I did crash into him earlier in the race. And I cannot afford to do that again. I am aware of his erratic behaviour from earlier on. I'm also aware of my rush to get past him, my haste. So, if there's anything we've learned from our mistakes, it's that we're not going to force the move. We're just going to wait for him to let us by, basically. Because he will make a mistake. We got fresh tyres. Bit of a server lag then. Well and truly in the slipstream.
The gap to Piccolo ahead is now 0.17, B17.
There's a guy on your right.
Okay, Dan, there's a faster car approaching.
Clear on the right.
Got him!
Car on your left side. Left side's clear.
Blue flag.
On track overtake, first one of the race.
Car left. Clear left. Car on your left. Clear left.
LMP3 coming in hot. That's 4th position in class. Hey Norman, welcome back. This is all about flat out now. Maximum revs, maximum lap time. People ahead might have to make another pit stop if they've not been saving fuel. We're in P16. That's the leader of the GT3s ahead of us. That's the leader of the GT3s, Eric Strana. How did he get into P1? He's having a cracking race. Oh, Lackey, don't forget the highlights. The crash.
The gap in front is now.
That's a very good point, Thomas. We're almost back to our starting position.
The gap to Piccolo behind is now 2.8 seconds.
We pulled out 2.8 seconds on Piccolo on one lap. One lap. Loose rear. Okay, I want to try and get some personal bests in the race now. rFactor 2 versus Race Room. It's a tricky one. I'm very loyal to rFactor 2 because that's where I started making content on this channel. It's been very good to me. And it's also been very bad to me, as in it's given me many hours of frustration and problem solving and hunting. And to be honest, that's what brought me over to RaceRoom in the first place. I just got kind of fed up of dealing with the technical issues that I was encountering. I'm not saying that everybody encounters them, but I certainly did have a lot of them. I just wanted a sim that you could jump in and just play with no hassle, really. Something that was consistent. And I already had RaceRoom in my library. I didn't need to buy it, didn't need to install it. It's free to play anyway, but yeah, I originally bought it about 4 years ago. I tried it again and fell in love with it straight away. But it's not as technically advanced as rFactor 2. Like, the level of detail in the physics isn't quite up there in comparison to rFactor 2. The force feedback, although it's a lot better, isn't quite as good as rFactor 2. There's no day and night cycle. There is day cycle. There's no nighttime cycle. There's no wet weather in RaceRoom. But it's just ease of use is so much better. Maybe the VR performance isn't as good as well. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Although, one thing that RaceRoom does incredibly well is audio. I'm not saying that rFactor 2 audio is bad, but if you go and have a go at RaceRoom, your ears will thank you for it. Oh! Clonk! Lost a few tenths over that curb there. But yeah, you can't do anything like the VLMC and anything other than rFactor 2. This is where rFactor 2 really shines for me. Is dynamic track, dynamic weather. We're not we're not experiencing rain in this race. There was slight forecasts of it, but I don't think it's going to rain. But yeah, dynamic weather, dynamic track surface, tyre model that's just up there. It's just the best. When it all comes together, Thomas, like you say,
The gap ahead is
it's
now
absolutely
46 seconds.
fantastic.
That last lap was at 1:43.23. The gap to Piccolo behind is now 4.4 seconds. There's a faster class car behind.
I think one of my teammates, Olivier Fortin, has got a drive-through penalty for cutting the track too many times. So we're starting to get to that stage of the race now, where people are starting to suffer the consequences of their track limits.
Blue flag.
That's a bit slidey there. A blue flag for the LMP3 behind. We'll let him past at the top of the hill. Let him past here. He's got the run.
On your right.
Blend out a little bit.
So it's clear.
Didn't lose too much time. And now we got slipstream for the straight. Lucky, I've never tried iRacing, mate, but that's something I really do want to get into. It's just the financials of it, you know, it's a bit of an investment money-wise. All those dollary dues. You spend so hard, you spend so much time earning. Costs a lot of them.
Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Green flag, Sector 2. Looks like P2's off. Green flag, Sector 3. The gap in front is now 44 seconds. You've just done a 1:43.58. The gap to Piccolo behind is now 4.5 seconds.
Now Piccolo's not dropping off too far. It's hovering around that 4 or 5 seconds. I do have Eric Strana, leader of the GT3 class, behind me. So I'm expecting...
Alright, Dan. There's a faster class car approaching.
I'm expecting to get some blue flags for him soon. Car feels great, by the way, now. These new tyres are pretty good. If we can just get down into the low minute 143s, that'll be good. That's what we want. Just get that lap time up. We could get a few more positions by the end of the race.
Blue flag.
Especially if other people have to make a second pit stop. Because we've already done ours out of the way. Don't run wide, Dan. There we go. Keep it to the right hand side.
On your left. Still there. Clear on the left. All right. Right side's clear. You're clear on the left. Right side. Right side's clear.
The bodywork's in pretty bad shape. We might need to fix that. Your right front's punctured.
All right.
Okay, I don't know what just happened.
Still there. Right side's clear.
Screen freeze on the main straight. LMP3 turned into me. Philip Arcos.
Blue flag. The car behind's a faster class. The gap to...
Car is absolutely toast. I'm right hand side down by 90 degrees and someone just gone into the back of me again.
Yellow flag. Keep your wits about you, mate.
Left side's clear.
Front left puncture. Blue flag.
No, that was an actual freeze on the screen. That happened for me as well. I lost the screen for a few seconds.
Sector 1 is clear.
I'm right hand side down,
side.
90 degrees.
Keep your line. You are clear on the right.
Acknowledged. Pit stop requested.
There's a car right. Keep your line. Still there. He's still there.
There's a faster class car approaching.
Hold your line. 3 wide. He's still there.
Making sure I take all the fuel
Keep
out.
your line.
Pit crew is ready.
He's still with you. Still there. He's still there. He's still there. Clear on the left.
Oh,
Oh, on your right.
what a horrible race.
Keep this line. Clear all round.
What a horrible race. Guys. Screen freeze on the main straight. LMP3 turned into me. I'll have a look at the stream afterwards. But then someone else collected me on the main straight as well. I should have locked my brakes in hindsight. Gonna come in the pits.
Okay, Dan. Expect traffic when you exit the pits.
Ah, Thomas. Thomas. Good point. Good point. Good point.
16 behind 410.
If I select don't change tyres, guys, does that not fix the damage? Like if I have fix all, is that good? Okay. No tyres, no fuel.
Piccolo in front is pitting.
Oh. We've got 40 minutes left in the race.
The leader's pitting now.
40 minutes left in the race. The car is toast again. If I have a puncture, that should definitely change, yep. Yeah, we're on full course yellow at the moment. Virtual safety car, basically.
8. I think he'll come out just in front.
So code 80, everyone's in the limiter.
What's your speed limit in the pits? Box in 340 meters.
Code 80, code 80.
Box in 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
That will do. 181 seconds. Yeah, Sean Jacobs is on the team radio at the moment. You can't hear him in my ear. Oh, I better turn the car off. There we go, turn the car off. There we go, so it doesn't overheat. Keep an eye on the pit timer as well. But yeah, Sean Jacobs is the race director. He is calling the shots over TeamSpeak. Everybody can hear him on TeamSpeak. And when he says code 18, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, code 80, everybody has to be down to 80 kilometers an hour by that point. If you don't, it's pretty much an instant penalty, and they review every car after the race. We didn't lose as much time as we could, but this isn't great. All of that work, all of that fighting back that we've done, we're going to lose another couple of laps now, way back at the end of the race. Now obviously this race is only 2 hours, so there's not going to be much time to get that back up again, get that time back. But if this was like an 8-hour race,
it's just retired.
if this was like a 12-hour race, if this was a 24-hour race, this is nothing. You can get this time back easily. It just ebbs and flows. Over the course of the race, you will make that time back. You just have to keep going and keep going. But in 2 hours, it's kind of difficult to really do anything about something like this. Yeah, the full course yellow was player controlled. So race director on TeamSpeak in my in-ear headphone here calls the shots. And he told everyone to slow down. So everybody slows down. The safety car in rFactor 2, yeah, like JT says, I wouldn't recommend turning it on. It's not great. 181. Okay, so we're not going to get... Actually, we might still get points for this. If we can keep going, we might still get points. So we've got about another 30 seconds left in the pits. Technically, desparate, I have 3 headsets on. I have the in-ear, the headphones, and the Oculus. Trust me, it's very warm, even though it's 2:30 in the morning here in Brisbane. Switch the car back on. Let's get our VR position reset. Get ready to go. Yeah, considering the time in the morning, it's still stinking hot.
Go, go!
And away we go back into the race again, guys. If you are still sticking with the race,
All clear on pit
then
exit.
I commend you. You obviously like watching people suffer. As you've made it this far, please give me a like and subscribe, guys. I wouldn't want you to make it this far into the race and not make it worthwhile. Finally back out on track, guys. Finally back out on track. I think we spent more time in the pits than on the circuit today. So we didn't put any fuel in the car. But we now have some fresh, soft tyres.
The gap behind is
And
now
fully repaired
14
car.
seconds.
Oh, car's still got damage. That's one for the replay, the highlights. Drifting it sideways through Acro Minerale. But that is massively disappointing. Technical problems again plaguing this stream. I think I might... I don't know. Since the last race, I've reinstalled rFactor 2, I've reinstalled my graphics drivers, I've reinstalled my VR drivers, I've done a complete reinstall of SimHub, OBS Streamlabs, and Crew Chief. I've reinstalled the redistributable files.
Car on your left.
I just don't know what more to do. Save doing a complete Windows reinstall. I just don't know what to do.
Piccolo in front is now 107.
I mean, this doesn't happen
Sector 3 is
with
clear.
any other sim that I use. How did I keep hold of that? How did that not go round? Jeez. Code Brown.
The gap behind is now 42 seconds.
Code Brown. Yeah, I've still got damage on the rear of the car. So, yeah, look at it. It's just... I just tap the brakes and it starts to rotate on the rear. And we're like... Oh. Yeah, damage. With 33 minutes to go. Although I'm in P16. So technically, I haven't lost any time. I'm still pretty much exactly where I started. All I need is one more person to retire from the race. And I'm back to my starting position. I'm gonna tap my brake bias slightly forward to maybe help with that rear end a little bit.
The gap to Piccolo ahead is now 105. That was 145.13.
Maximum attack. Let's just try and get some lap times now. I'm not going to get any more positions by driving fast in this race. I'm not going to do any on-track overtakes. So I just got to try and hold it together. Oh, what a shambles. What an absolute shambles this one has been.
The car behind's pitting.
I just want to know what's causing these problems. I just want to know what's causing these technical problems, so I can fix them. You know, it's not something obvious. It could be one tiny little setting somewhere. One tiny little setting. I mean, it might not even be a setting. It might be a loose cable somewhere. It might be an overheating graphics card. I just don't know. I don't think anyone else experienced that freeze. I think that was just my end. I don't think it was a server issue. I think it was just a DDF Racer computer issue, unfortunately. We're now half an hour left to go in the race. We're now 3/4 of the way through.
The gap to Piccolo ahead is now 106. Your lap time was 144.61. Sector 3 is 1.3 seconds off the pace.
What was that lap? That was a 144.6. Yeah, that's not great. Oh, it happened again. Something's definitely going on. I just had another screen freeze. I'm kind of over this. I'm kind of over this quite a lot. I mean, I'm not going to park the car, although it is very tempting. But I have absolutely no confidence that rFactor 2 and my rig is going to hold out.
The gap behind is now 121.
Yeah, P15 isn't too far ahead. Just need to stick with it. JT, I am data logging this,
Imola
mate.
in front is now 107 P16.
I'm data logging this. I'm recording all the data. I'll send it into RF2. The VR is freezing as well. I can confirm that. It's definitely a graphics thing. It's definitely a graphics thing. But I did a complete reinstall of my graphics drivers yesterday. Complete reinstall. And by that I mean DDU, driver removal tool, whatever it is. My teammate James Johnson is a bit of a technical whiz. He was guiding me through that process. So I have a complete fresh graphics driver install, so it's not that. Because we did look in the Windows event viewer and we did find that the NVIDIA drivers were bugging out on me previously. But like I said, this doesn't happen with any other sim. It doesn't happen with Race Room, doesn't happen with Dirt Rally, doesn't happen with Elite Dangerous, doesn't happen with any VR program that I use, apart from rFactor 2. It's got to log some laps now, P16.
The gap behind is now 1:32, blue flag.
And keep it to the right.
Left side. To your left.
And let Jelle Binsbergen in the LMP3 go by.
Ahead is now 1:06. Your last lap time was at 1:44.13. Sector 2 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
So 1:44.1 is not a great lap, but considering the cars spent probably the best part of 5 minutes in the pits during the course of this race, and we're still carrying around a fair bit of damage, which means that the rear is loose. The rear is super loose. I don't think it's too bad. Just need to try and keep it below 44s. I'm not sure, Das. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but yeah. Until I get these problems fixed, I don't know if I'll be doing any more rFactor 2 content, unfortunately. And I've been battling these issues since I did start my channel, so read into that what you will. Whether there's a future for rFactor 2 content on this channel.
The gap behind is now 1:38.
Don't get me wrong, it's an amazing game when it all comes together and it all works.
You've just done a 1:44.84.
Nothing comes close to rFactor 2. When it behaves. But that is the problem, getting it to behave. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying the race and my ramblings. Hope you're enjoying watching me suffer. Once again, staying up until 3 in the morning to be battered and bruised. Ah, and there's a... no, there's not cut track. I don't have these freezes when I'm running desktop mode, but then again I hardly ever run desktop mode, only for recording replays and highlights and that kind of thing. So I don't use rFactor 2 for driving on desktop. Running this through Steam VR. and we have the super slow GT3 ahead of us, Jonathan again. I think this may be the 4th time we've lapped him.
The gap behind is now 1:43. The gap to Imola ahead is now 1:03. The lap time was at 1:44.73. Blue flag.
Keep to the right hand side.
On your left.
Let the
Left
LMP3
side's
past. Ah,
There's a faster car approaching.
yeah, the car's not great to drive.
Blue flag.
Car on your right side. Clear on the right.
Give this guy plenty of room. I know he's pretty slow. Why are you defending, mate?
On your left. Still there. You're clear on the left.
I wonder what the gap to the car ahead is.
Okay, Dan, there's a faster class car approaching.
In 16th position, with 22 minutes to go. We're still going to get points for this. It's still going to keep us going
Blue flag.
in the championship.
Behind is now 0.9. Your lap time was 1:45.60. Faster car behind. This guy's their class leader.
The leader of the LMP3 is coming up behind as well. Luca Burke in the Speedy Mite.
You are clear on the left.
Get on with it. Ah,
Car left. Left side's clear.
well, at least that worked out with the lap traffic. Oh, thanks for sticking with the race, guys. I wish I could have got a better result for you. Maybe we could start talking about flat Earth and geography again. That seemed to go pretty well before.
There's a faster class car behind.
Maybe we can get back into the 1 minute 43s, because I'm not going to make any on-track overtakes. I'm not going to lose any positions to the cars behind. I'm not going to set fastest lap of the race.
Gap to Imola ahead is now 1.
Maybe I can get into 1 minute 43s.
1:45.69. The gap behind is now 3.3. Okay, Dan, keep it nice and smooth. Come on, let the race come to us. That's 20 minutes to go. Blue flag.
At this point, the race is just about setting targets.
Car on your left side. Left side's clear.
The LMP3s, as was demonstrated there, are a little bit slower in certain sections of the track. Das, thank you so much for sticking with the race so far, mate. It's been a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for sticking with it, and yeah, go and have some fun in Race Room. Go and enjoy your race, mate. Are you going on the ranked servers, or are you just doing some offline? Looks like James is coming up behind us again. My teammate James Johnson in the Zansho, who's currently in the lead of the GT3s. He's doing alright.
Blue flag.
Is the right thing to do is to let him by?
Alright.
Yellow flag, sector 1.
Ah, go on. At least one Zansho's doing good in this race.
Piccolo, ahead is now 1:08. You've just done a 1:46.04. Green flag, sector 1. The gap behind is now 6.5 seconds. Sectors 2 and 3 are 1.8 seconds off the pace. Sector 1 is 1.8 seconds off the pace. Okay, Dan, there's a faster car approaching.
Looks like James has got this one in the bag by the looks of things. Looks like he's got a rather comfortable lead to second place. And of course I can act as rear gunner in case anyone tries and gets him. I'll tell you, Fitzy, what kind of racing being in first position is good for. Last lap racing. You want to be in first position on the last lap of the race, that's for sure. Excuse me.
Blue flag.
We've got another LMP3 coming up behind us. Position 9, Rob Timpson. Timpen, even. I was getting a bit nervous he was going to send it up the inside then. Unfortunately he didn't. So we'll just keep it to the right hand side of the track. Because this worked well last time an LMP3 tried to get past me.
The gap to Piccolo ahead is now 1:08. That lap was at 1:44.36. Sector 1 is 1.1 off the pace. Sector 2 is 1.2 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace. The gap behind is now 10 seconds.
There's a decent gap to the LMP3 traffic behind, so maybe this lap we can get a clean lap in and go well. Lachlan, can I just say, by the way, I am incredibly proud of you sticking with the stream. Because I know it's 10 to 3 in the morning for me. But what is it, 10 to 4 in the morning for you? I didn't expect you to stay up this late. I didn't expect me to stay up this late. I thought I had a cut track, but that's just someone disconnecting by the looks of things.
There's a faster class car approaching.
We've got Paolo Tadolini in the GT3. I believe that's Buster's Esport Porsche, unless I'm very much mistaken, which I probably am. This is looking like it's going to be my best lap for a long time.
Focus on the exits, we can go faster here. 15 minutes left.
15 minutes to go.
The gap to Piccolo ahead is
We're
now
almost there, guys.
flag. That was a 1:44.31.
We're almost there. There is some light at the end of the tunnel.
Left side.
Oh wait, that was just the LMP3 headlights. Missed that apex, but I think it doesn't really matter at this point. That's
Just had a warning for cutting the track.
running wide as well. Cut the track too many more times, I'll be end up with a penalty. Don't want that. Definitely don't want that. So it's at this point I start looking ahead to the future. looking at what's going to be happening in the future. What's happening next? What videos have I got planned? What live streams have I got planned? What have I just got planned in general? Well,
Blue flag.
I'll tell you.
Okay, Dan, there's a faster car approaching.
I managed to record some behind-the-scenes footage from my VEC commentary stint at the weekend, sharing the commentary box with Aidan Millwood and Lewis McGlade, commenting on the Virtual Endurance Championship 8 Hours of Nürburgring.
The gap to Piccolo in front is now 1:09.
Car on your left. Left side's clear.
That lap was a 1:45.06.
I think I might have some damage, aero damage still.
Blue flag.
Left side. Clear left.
Just by the way that Porsche breezed past me on the straight. Just breeze straight past. Time to try Assetto Corsa Competizione. That is on the cards, JT. I've been thinking about it, and there's been some very good reviews about it.
Yellow.
I've got some more race room content planned. I want to do some live streams on the ranked servers. Got some race room races lined up as well.
There's a faster car approaching.
I'm going to be doing some more Oz NZ Sim Racing Tuesday Thunder events as well in the new year in 2020.
Flag sector 3.
And I was also considering doing some rFactor 2 videos featuring the new Monaco circuit, the new UI, the new BMW cars, the new New Zealand tracks. You know, so much content coming out for rFactor 2 in the most recent update
Sector 1 is yellow.
a couple of days ago. But after this
Flag. The car behind's pitting now.
shambles of a
Sector 1 is
performance,
clear. The gap behind is now 1:29.
and my frustrations generated with rFactor 2 in the first place leading into this
Left
event,
side.
coupled with the technical problems
Clear on
in
the
the
left.
previous event, I don't know if I can be bothered doing any more rFactor 2 content.
The gap to Piccolo ahead is now.
I think my top speed's
11.
down.
The gap behind is now 2.9.
I think my top speed's way down.
Alright, Dan, there's a faster class car approaching.
I'm getting the message in my ears that Olivier is faster than me.
Blue flag.
Car left. Clear left.
Let him past. I've got absolutely nothing to lose at this point of the race. No worries, guys. I've got absolutely nothing to lose now. Just talking to my team on the radio. I'll be having a good chat with them after the race. You can't hear them, of course, on TeamSpeak, but the team radio is going. Olivier is closing down on Paolo Tadolini ahead of me, I believe, for 9th position. We're still in 16th, without hope of catching anyone ahead of us, unless there are retirements in the race. So 10 minutes to go now.
Nice and smooth. Don't overdrive the car. 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
But yeah, I think you're completely right, JT. I am already very resentful of rFactor 2. So I don't want to become more resentful, especially considering how much I've been enjoying Race Room recently and the massive amount of new subscribers that are on this channel since I posted my Race Room December updates video.
The gap behind is now 9.3 seconds.
You know, that's, I mean, if there's anyone watching who's
Blue flag.
come across in the past few weeks because of those videos, then it's an absolute pleasure to have you here. And you're probably wondering what I'm doing streaming rFactor 2, considering I do race room content mostly.
Car left. You're clear on the left.
Well, I'm going to be doing a lot more race room content, that's for sure. I think rFactor 2 is going to be off the cards for a while.
The car behind's a faster class.
unfortunately, I'm not participating in the next VLMC event on the 25th, I think, 26th of January. I'm actually on holiday. I'm actually not going to be at my sim rig, so I'm not going to take part in the next race, but the race after that, I'll be back. And hopefully with a setup that doesn't screen freeze every half an hour. Ah, Fitzy! Yes, the Nürburgring video. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, I recently hit 500 subscribers. When I say recently, probably about a month or so ago. Which, considering the fact now I'm bordering on 900 subscribers, it's just... the last few weeks have been crazy for this channel. Massive thanks to everyone who's come along to support. I don't know what I'm going to do for my...
Right side.
I don't know what I'm going to do for my 1000th subscriber special.
Ahead is now 1:17. You've just done a...
It's going to have to be something crazy.
45.90.
Because for 500,
The car's behind.
as Fitzy says, I
Car on your left.
drove the Nürburgring.
Blue flag.
But not only did I drive the Nürburgring,
There's a car on your left. Left side's clear.
I also recorded the song at the same time.
21
Because
seconds.
as well as being an avid sim racer, I'm also an avid musician. I like to compose and write songs and write music. That's something I've always done. So, why not combine the two? Why not combine the two? And I did. And I think it's safe to say that both my hot lap of the Nürburgring and the song weren't great. but the fact that I managed to do them at the same time is probably where the majority of the entertainment comes from.
Okay, Dan, there's a faster car approaching.
And thanks very much to Aidan Millwood for posting that. Aidan is a top bloke. I commentated with him on the VEC 8 Hours of Nürburgring at the weekend. And he does like to lurk on Discord. Aidan puts out some quality content, particularly his story time videos. He's got such a knack for telling a great story, making it interesting, and just delving into the unheard of depths of Formula 1, basically.
Blue flag. The gap to Piccolo in front is now 1:19.
Car right. Clear on the right.
That was 1:46.19. Sector 1 is 2.5 seconds off the pace.
Yeah, I think I've got some kind of damage here, to be honest with you. My revs aren't reaching the top. But yeah, going back to the point I was saying, Aidan Millwood, top bloke. If you haven't checked out his channel, you should definitely go and do that. Hopefully me and Aidan can record some videos together in the future.
32 seconds.
I'd very much like that. Very much like that. I don't know what we do. Suggestions in the chat. What could me and Aidan work on together? What could we record? I mean, we're both musicians. We're both sim racers. We're both commentators.
Okay, Dan, relax, focus, keep it smooth. 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Oh, sweet mercy, Mr. Spotter. 5 minutes left to go in the race. That's music to my ears. Too much curb on the inside there. Not that I'm chasing lap times anymore. Got plenty of fuel left in the car, so that's not an issue. Plenty of grip left on the tyres.
Piccolo ahead is now 1:20. That lap time was 1:45.40.
Got to make it to the end of the race. A finish is good. I mean, it's so tempting to park the car. When I saw the timer in the pits before that said 180 seconds worth of repairs, I was very tempted to just quit. and go and do something else for a bit. I mean, obviously still keep the stream going, but go and do another race somewhere, I don't know, but just not take part in this. There is a weird sense of satisfaction in holding out to the end of the race. Even though it may seem pretty trivial, we're in 16th. The gap to the car ahead is massive. The gap to the car behind is massive. The damage to the car is massive. And the frustration I'm feeling, I wouldn't say it's massive, but it's definitely there. So, yeah, just to stick it out. You know, I'm not going to let it beat me. I'm not going to let this race beat me. It will never beat me. And 16th is still solid points. It's only one position below where we started the race, so it's not terrible. But if you look at the potential that we had for this race,
The gap to Piccolo
could have been so much more.
120. That last lap was a 144.24. You're losing a second in sectors 2 and 3. Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. If you're still there in the chat, and you haven't liked the video already, leave me a like, because that really does help out. Consider subscribing, and I promise you I'll do better in the next one. I'll make it my personal mission. In some good news for Zansho, though, it looks like James Johnson is still leading the race. James Johnson up in front. That'll be a nice win for Zansho. First win of the season, actually, I believe. Both race wins going to Lorenzo Arisi so far in the season. I wonder where Arisi is in this race. I'm sure he's not far behind, maybe second or third. Just hearing from Ed Trevelyan and Johnson in my in-ear radio on TeamSpeak that I can open up the TeamSpeak after the race, which should make for some pretty interesting hearing, considering the state that this race has happened, basically.
That lap time was 144.79.
So, yeah, I think we'll park it after the line. Just bring it home, park it after the line. Stay off the curbs, I don't want to spin it and bin it. And then open up the chat and we'll just have a chat with the Zansho boys, have a quick debrief. And have a quick debrief with you guys on chat as well. We've got Bill Worrell in the LMP3 behind us, but he's about 2.5–3 seconds back. I don't think he's going to bother us too much. And I'm sorry it's not been the most entertaining viewing today, guys. And it's not been the most exciting of races, there's not really been much to fight for.
All has gone off in rFactor 1.
But I really appreciate your company.
Sector 3.
And I really appreciate your support. It's great to have you here and it really does mean so much to me. Let's... Oh, I think we've got one more lap at the lead. I think we're almost at the end of the race. The timer is now flashing 0, which means that the next time the leader crosses the lap, it will be the end of the race. So we have one more lap. That wasn't the last lap. Even though the clock said 0.
The gap to Piccolo ahead is now 1:22. Blue flag, one more lap to go. That was a 1:44.87.
Okay, so this is the last lap. Just got to hang in there. There's Bill Worrell in the LMP3. Thinks about a move.
Yellow flag sector 2.
Just hearing on the race director from Sean Jacobs that there is an LMP3 in Sector 2 with no rear wing. Sounds like there's been an incident somewhere. There's a couple of cars going slowly.
On your right. Clear right.
Let Bill go past, there's no point trying to fight that battle. Paolo Tadolini ahead of us. Ooh, what's going on there?
Right side's clear.
What's going on with Paolo then? He almost took out the LMP3 ahead of us. Drama on the last lap, everyone must be pretty tired here. Yep, checkered flag's out now, guys. You can see it on the overlay. Checkered flag is out. And James Johnson, my teammate in the Zansho, takes the win. James Johnson takes the win. Congratulations, James. And Olivier Fortin, I believe, my other teammate, is in 8th. Ah, there we go.
P15. Okay, it's over.
That's the end. Ah, there we go. There we go. Ah, I'm so glad that race is over. Bear with me 1 second.
Log building finished.
Let me change TeamSpeak over so you can hear it on the broadcast. Playback in speakers. Apply.
Looking forward to this track in the VC.
Ah,
Mess that pit lane.
there we go.
Fucking mess.
Yeah, I was.
Broadcasters live on the stream now, guys.
Alright.
That pit lane is gonna be a goddamn mess.
Yeah. So there were people just fair dinkum taking each other out in the pit lane, right? Or just taking themselves out on stopped cars.
Yeah,
and cars that are in the garages
and then
somehow.
some guy, I can't remember what his name was, he reversed out behind me because I sneaked in front of him, and then he still ran into the back of me. Impressed.
How did everyone else do in the race, guys? How did you finish? Congrats on the win, James. I saw that.
Yeah.
Olivier P8.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, I think you kind of got everyone's bad luck this race, Dan.
Yeah.
Any of you watching the stream? Did you see the screen freezes?
I dropped in and out. I saw one which happened when in your first big crash, the one where the LMP3 passed you on the left at the beginning of the pit straight, and I thought because you had a screen freeze at exactly the same time as he hit you, that it was due to the screen freeze. But then he said stuff in our Discord which was like, "Oh no, it's I should have given him more space." So I don't know, but yeah, that was, you were like a bowling ball down that pit straight.
I want to see that back on the replay. I
can't reach there, and I was like, what the hell do I do here?
Philip has wrote me that is sorry for the contact with me, but
Alright, well, that
don't
concludes
remember
this
that.
race.
Yeah, 'cause it
Thank
was
you
Dan.
all. That was
Hey
a bit
Nick,
messy
by the way,
one, unfortunately, so
no worries about the contact, mate. I know you had
understandably,
nowhere
I'll
to
probably
go.
expect a few IRs to come through. But yeah, congratulations to the podium getters, race winners, and have a good Christmas, everyone. And I'll see you in 2020 for the 4th round of the series at Sao Paulo. I think we're at to next. All right, catch us all later.
You too, Sean. Have a good Christmas.
Voice of race director Sean Jacobs.
Oh yeah, Dan, one thing that you probably won't want to hear, but I better say it before you forget, or I forget. make sure you lock your brakes when you there's the chance you might hit someone.
100%, 100%. Yeah, no, that's basics. Should have been doing that.
No, it's alright. I mean, I hope you won't get pinged for it. But yeah, it's not too bad. Like, to be honest, when it's a great big wide open straight like it was, then there's not much anyone can do.
I want to know what that P3 was trying to do, trying to pass me through what was effectively a yellow flag area.
What were you complaining about on the last lap, Olivier?
Look the replay. Look how I overtook the guy.
I can't see the replay. Paint a picture with your words.
It's exactly what happened to Rival. I was on the grass. He tried to push me out. I just.
This is the voice of Olivier, my teammate, who finished 8th, by the way.
A spinorama in the straight.
A spinorama? What's that?
Yeah, he did a 360.
In a spinorama.
Oh, a spinorama. Okay.
I think it's in a hockey term.
Okay.
A spinorama.
Felix is here.
This is
Hi,
different
Felix.
hockey.
I think it's another race to forget for me.
Yep, same here, mate.
Olivier, it wasn't too bad, considering you had that massive penalty at the beginning.
I think we should remove 90 seconds to my time to see where I should have finished. But I don't like my new pedals. That's most of the trouble I had during this race.
You weren't slow though.
Oh, you were
Just
quick.
having a quick debrief on the radio here with the
I was
Zansho
in
boys.
the middle of nowhere during all the race. I overtake only 5 guys.
Hey, your lap pace was pretty good.
But at the end, no, I don't know why the car was...
Have you talked to Felix about your pedal settings?
No, it's not the setting, it's just the pedal is too hard.
Yeah, you know you can unscrew the damper bit. Is
Yeah,
there
the
not-
damper is the minimum, so... I think it's at the minimum.
Anyway, I think these guys are gonna.
Apply like 12 kilos, so...
Sound muted.
I think these guys are gonna keep chatting for a bit. I should probably start wrapping things up, considering it is 3:18 in the morning here, local time, in Brisbane. That is a race to forget. Stuck it out in the end though. Kept on going. Like you said, Adria Fitzy, got to stick it out. Thanks Eagle Cot as well. It was very tempting to just throw the towel in halfway through that race and basically just go, you know what, I'm done. But there is something to be said for sticking it out and just seeing the end of the race, no matter how frustrating it might be. Thanks everybody for sticking with the race as well. Lachlan, my dad, that dude. I'm just going to scroll back up through the chat again. Sean Smith, there's been so many people tuning in and watching this race. Thomas, Eagle Cod, Adam Rainey, JT, Das. I know you're over in Race Room at the moment if you're probably not seeing this, but thank you so much for your support throughout the stream as well. Guys. Andy Strawman, so many names, so many familiar names as well. Thomas Garcia, it's great to have you here. Thank you for sticking through with that. I'm going to do a highlights video of this. It's probably going to be quite short because apart from the instance there wasn't much going on. But yeah, got caught up in an accident on the first few laps behind 2 GT3s who were battling for position and then take themselves out. I know that Nick De Silva and the Speedy Mite in chat. Hey Nick, thanks for coming on. You had nowhere to go, mate. That's completely fine. That's cool. I had nowhere to go as well. I could see the 2 cars ahead of me spinning around on the track. I decided to go through the gap, and one of them kept on spinning and came back in front of me, and that was that really. I should have locked the brakes. I should have slowed down. If I'd have slowed down even more, then you definitely would have gone into the rear of me. As it was, Nick, you just went straight into the back of me anyway, but you had nowhere to go, so that's cool, mate. That's fine. All good. Mikolai. I'm good. Mikolai, thank you for popping in the chat. Where did you finish, mate? I finished in 16th after probably about 5 minutes of repairs all up. Yeah, I had a screen freeze on the main straight as I was getting lapped by an LMP3. To be fair, the LMP3, I don't know who that was, didn't give me as much room as they could have done. So when my screen froze, even though I kept my steering wheel completely straight, yeah, the cars just kind of connected, and then I got spun, I got flipped in the air, I got taken out by some other people on the straight as well. It was just, it was a mess. It's going to make for a very interesting replay, but it was an absolute mess. Yeah. Just got to come back stronger next time, really. That's all you can do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the stream, guys. I'm going to put some music on now, because, yeah, you can probably just hear me chatting. Can we get some of that? Can we get some of that music? Where are you? There we go. Put that up in the background. Yeah, let me change the screen. There we go. Thank you so much for watching the stream, guys. It's been great to have your support, and so much support as well. Yeah, I'll catch you next time. Make sure you subscribe. I'll post links in my Discord to all upcoming races. I'll make sure I post some videos in the next few days. Have an awesome Christmas and New Year. Enjoy the break. Have some time off. Have a good time. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.
Waiting for the shadows to appear. Long nights, soft cries, deep sighs, black eyes, lost days, mistakes, wrapped up everything I know. I took my time to find you. I'm ready now, though I don't want to. Took my time, so now I see you on the other side. Took my time to find you. I'm ready now, though I don't want to. Took my time, so now I see you on the other side. Tired of your sunrise. Show me new days back from new beginnings. Let the moments pass. Peace is held before the storm. Long nights, blank eyes, wrapped up everything I know. I took my time to find you. I'm ready now, though I don't want to. Took my time, so now I see you on the other side. Took my time to find you. I'm ready now, though I don't want to. Took my time, so now I see you on the other side.
20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left.